Okay, hopefully this video will work. It is already crooked. It is not a fancy professional video, but I'm doing this in hopes that it might help a few people who are going to be going to Disney World. So, my name's Jen. I'm out on my balcony at Riviera Resort. I spent most of the day at Magic Kingdom. I'm going to go back this evening, but I got a lot done, and I wanted to share my experience for those of you who are thinking about whether to do Genie Plus, etc. So I'll just dig in, and if it helps you, great. If not, sorry. I don't have any cute little videos. I don't have video editing software here or anything, so I can't insert pretty pictures, but you'll have to imagine. So this was my third day in the parks. First day was Epcot, second day was Animal Studios. I didn't do the $15 Genie Plus for either of those parks because I didn't think it was worth it. On Animal Kingdom Day, I did buy the individual lightning pass for the Pandora ride, Flight of Avatar. See, I'm even saying it wrong, I'm tired. And that was worth it, so that was great. But we're talking about Magic Kingdom today. So I had decided that I would get the $15, I'll call it Fast Pass ticket because I still think of Fast Pass, but the $15 Genie Plus for Magic Kingdom because I thought it was worth it because of how many rides there are. With my research, I decided that the best bet would be for me to get Jungle Cruise because a lot of times those sell out quickly. So let me tell you what my experience was with all of this. I did take advantage of early park entry for resort guests. And unlike my other days, I really did get there early today. On the other days, I would get there early, but not crazy early. Today, I was there a good 30 minutes before early entry even started. So I was there, I was at literally the rope into Tomorrowland, and I'll tell you why in a minute, into Tomorrowland a few minutes after 8. So I was right at the rope going into Tomorrowland, which was great. When I knew most people who do early entry are rushing to go do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And Epcot, I tried to go do Frozen, and it was already a long line. It wasn't worth the hassle to me. And then on Animal Kingdom Day, everyone was going to do the Pandora ride. I went ahead and did that, and the line, I still waited 30 minutes even with early entry, but it was worth it because it was an interesting line. But I didn't want another big massive crowd to be dealing with today, and I didn't think I would get at the beginning of the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, whereas I could get at the beginning of the line to go do Space Mountain. So that's what I did. Started my day with Space Mountain. Here is a cool fact. I was number 10 in line. I was the first person sitting in my little Space Mountain car for the day, which was really cool. So obviously a walk-on for Space Mountain. So that was really fun to start the day off that way. Then I decided to knock off another big hitter, even though there were plenty of other walk-ons I could have done. I decided I wanted to go do Peter Pan. So I went and got in the Peter Pan line, and I will admit here, I was awful about timing myself in line. How hard would that have been to literally set my timer? But no, I was bad about that. I was too busy soaking in the environment, I guess. But Peter Pan wasn't bad. We moved the whole time. I want to guess it was 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, but it didn't feel bad. So then I was going to start heading towards Splash and Big Thunder because both of those still had short waits. But as I was walking past Haunted Mansion, it had like a 10-minute line, so I did Haunted Mansion. Then I went over and did Splash and Big Thunder. And after that, I did Dumbo. None of these things, so Space Mountain, Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion, Splash, Big Thunder, and Dumbo, I did those 6 rides before lunch. None of them had a fast pass, and here's why. I got Jungle Jungle Cruise or Jingle Cruise during the Christmas season for my first Fast Pass. Couldn't get it till 2. So here's the fun trick. I knew from watching all my wonderful Molly videos and such about the 120-minute rule. But in the morning, it's not really 120 minutes. So even though I had gotten my Jungle Cruise Fast Lightning Lane Genie Plus thing a few minutes after 7, the 120-minute rule doesn't start until 9 in the morning. So I had to wait until 11 to start booking Fast Passes again, which is kind of a pain, but here's my point. That was 6 big rides I did in the morning before lunch, which is really good. I mean, those were big rides, and yeah, I waited in some lines, but none of the lines were too bad. The longest one was probably Big Thunder Mountain, but it moved the whole time. It really wasn't that bad. Had lunch at Skipper Canteen, which I'd never done, and it was wonderful. But before lunch, I had set up, I already had my Jungle Cruise, so right at 11, I started setting up other Fast Passes, or lightning. I'm going to keep calling them Fast Passes for the rest of my life, sorry, but lightning lanes. And so I had set up Pirates of the Caribbean. But here's what's interesting. Right around the time I was in lunch, Pirates of the Caribbean went down, and it must have gone down in a bad way because they canceled my lightning lane, even though it wasn't happening for 30 more minutes. So I had one of those freebie lightning lanes. I won't bore y'all with all the details, but 2 of my rides were canceled during the afternoon. So I ended up with 2 free lightning lanes, which I ended up using for the same rides that I was going to use, although I didn't have to. And then I also had 2 regular Fast Passes in play at any given time because of the 120-minute rule. So I basically had 4 Fast Passes at one point, which was cool. I almost didn't know what to do with it. So anyway, I told you about the 6 rides before lunch. After lunch, I had I bought Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Maybe I mentioned that before, but I decided to buy it because I didn't want to mess with the crowd at the beginning. So I decided, that's worth $11 or whatever it was to go ahead and take care of it. So Seven Dwarfs was at $135. So after lunch, and I feel like I did something before this, but apparently my notes are crummy. But anyway, this for sure happened. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train started at $135. I got a Pooh Bear one from a choice that started at $145. My Jungle Cruise was at $205 that I'd done in the morning. Then I used one of my free lightning lanes on Pirates. I did another free lightning lane on Barnstormer. I had reserved a Buzz Lightyear, and then I was worn out and ready to come back to the hotel for a break before going back tonight. But on my way out, as I was leaving, I saw that it was just 5 minutes to see Mickey Mouse in the theater. So I had to go in and say hello to Mickey Mouse. So when you think about it, and I was back to my hotel, like in my hotel room by 5 in the evening. So when you think about it, that's 6 big rides before lunch, sat down, had a nice lunch at Skipper Canteen, and then did 6 more rides in the afternoon, plus saw Mickey. So I really did everything I wanted to do today. I even stopped and got a bunch of photo passes. Like if I saw a photo pass photographer, I stopped. I watched a few of the character cavalcades. I've totally had this great day. So I'm going to go back this evening, but I'm going to feel like everything is just icing on the cake. The only other new thing I really kind of want to do is I want to stop in and see Tiana, in the princess place, and I'd like to see the fireworks. But otherwise, everything I do is going to be icing. Now, what's weird is I wanted to go ahead and start booking more Fast Passes, lightning lanes, because I should be able to do that because I've used mine, but nothing's working. So something weird is going on with the app. So I will say sometimes weird things happen with the app, but I have to say I'm satisfied with my day, even spending the $15, spending the extra money. So I hope this helps some of you guys if you are thinking about doing it yourself. Sorry, the lighting's not great. It's evening, but it was a fun day.